Good afternoon, all. Camelback Trading coming to you this Thursday afternoon, August 31st. We are looking at window traders market profile of the ES and NQ. First off, I know I've been having trouble with the audio. Okay, I am not Mr. Technology. I do my best. I think it should be better. So I'd appreciate it after listening to this video. If it is, just tell me it's back to basically normal of what it was. You know, I put a lot of time and effort. These things are free. You know, I know you want to hear it clearly. It's not like I'm doing it on purpose. So please understand that and let me know if this is better. Hopefully it is. Okay. So what did the market do today? The market continued to push higher, not by a lot, but it attempted to. Okay, bulls are one-time framing up. They're up on the daily, they're up on the weekly. PCE came out, the market exploded to the upside and petered out. We didn't get the overnight high. You knew something was changing when you couldn't get the overnight high, right? 3 time frames, A, B, and C tried. We eventually got the overnight low, but that's really it. Now, we did go and get the afternoon pullback on the last trade, basically last trade of the day in ES. Value still ends up overlapping a higher. So higher the first 3 days of the week, overlapping a higher today. So again, if the non-farm payroll doesn't upset this apple cart, the market's trying to go higher, I would expect it to continue to try to go higher. You know, whether it's again tomorrow and again next week with a shortened week after the 3-day weekend, because it's a big vacation week. And if the market's grinding higher with nothing to stop it, well then I wouldn't fight it. Now we'll see what happens at 8:30 tomorrow. Again, things could change in a heartbeat. You know, on the flip side, I know we have poor structure below us. We've only really taken out 2 destinations to the downside from the last 2 days. One was to yesterday's pop, and the other one happened in the last second of the day, which is the afternoon pullback low from yesterday. SPY didn't even get that. They missed it by 18 cents. We did pro, but I will not use G's low. It was late, and it was a non-factor. We end up small for the month. NQ ends down small for the month. Righty, tail of 2 days. They were up here all morning, down here all afternoon. They also price probe. They go out with an afternoon rally high in I and 9 wide. NQ goes out 12 wide at a 13 with no rally high or pullback. We go out 10 wide, which got lowered late in the day in ES. SPY had lowered it earlier, so we go out 10 wide and an afternoon rally high in F that I am going to use. I've had a very tough time trading ES the last couple of days. I basically broke even today. I'm still up 27 points for the week, so I'm happy with that. But the last couple of days, Wednesday and Thursday have been tough. I made 59 points in NQ though, so I'm up over 200 points on the week in that. I thought I tried longs in A, B, and C, and even though we were one-time framing up, I ended up losing money. I lost 5 points in B period, and 4 points in B period, lost another 2 in C. I thought for sure we would go and get the overnight high. I didn't know what we were going to do with it, but I figured we'd get it. So I was down at that point. I made money in C period in NQ. When that pulled back, NQ was acting a lot better. They had their overnight high already. They got their IB highs. You know, they were acting better with the ebb and flow certainly than ES was. So made money in NQ in C period on a long, again in F, thinking it could be an afternoon pullback low at that point. That was a nice one. L period. Didn't think we were going to get, not L period, I'm sorry. F period, in ES I made money. Also, that's right, I took the same, I put bids in ES and NQ. I didn't think we would go trend in F period in ES. I only made 3.5 points out of it. It's a good thing I got out of it because we did go trend in G initially, but it failed. Did much better in NQ because at that point, again, they were above the opening. They were just acting better. And then, again, I took a long, I made 30 points in NQ on that long in F period. Made money on a long in G period in NQ, but I missed this long right above the opening. But I did take one later in the time frame. And then an I period, when we pulled back in ES at one point, I took a long for 3 points. So I was down at 1.6 points on the day. I made 1 point in ES. But again, I made 59 in NQ. So it's been a little, I mean, this was a small range. Volume was light again. Just had a little bit tougher time. Now, we did technically gap open today in ES by like a tick. I use it, so that's only 10 out of 45 that have held. That's 22.2. We did fail on a trend day down, so only 32.9% of trend days down have held. And we did take out both IBs, so we've taken those out 54 out of 167 days, so 32.3% of the time we've taken out both of the IBs. Now, as far as destinations, remember we have a new month starting tomorrow in non-farm payroll at 8:30. Upside will be the 10-wide pocket 451.48. Afternoon rally high 452.25 and today's high 452.83. Downside is 450.16 in SPY, and you should have the rest of them from the last couple of days. ES's downside is 12.75, and the upside is 26 1/4 10 wide. 34 is the afternoon rally high, and 39.75 is today's high. They still never got 44.75, that other weekly high. Which SPY got. SPY just missed another daily high at 452.90 today. And then on the chart, so the month is done, okay? It's a 2-month balance. Last month's high is the top of it. We're $9 away from it. This month's low is the low of it. We're $17 away from it. Does that mean we're going to get the monthly high because we're closer? Of course not. Right? But markets don't go bull bear. So we went bull, now we're balanced. Do we come back out bull or do we roll over bear? We'll see how September plays out. So the monthly is balanced, the weekly is up for me, and the inside week up paid, right? We're $5 above the inside week's high, and we were as high as $8. So the inside week up has been profitable. And the daily is up one time, framing up 4 days. Now the buyers did look tired today. NQ and triple Q got into that gap from August 2nd. We're not even close to it just yet in ES, but SPY's getting closer to it. That's our next big target. Buyers need some help here. So I would think they should either at least come into balance, like take out a low and maybe come into a 3-day balance and regroup and hold most of this day, and then attempt to go and get that gap and maybe yearly highs. That's what I would like to see. If this thing continues to just go up on poor structure, light volume, and everything else, yeah, we might make a new high on the year. But when it gives it up, you're going to get some crushing days then. So I'd rather see it happen sooner rather than later, where we come into balance on the daily. I hope you had a good day trading today. Thanks for the likes and subscribing. Again, I'd appreciate a comment, just saying if the audio was better. If not, I'm going to still work on it. Have a great night, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.